Okay, you're back with us just in time for the initial tip-off. Michael Hackett jumping against Michael Young, two Michaels. And here we have the Great Taste coffee makers in the dark-colored uniforms scoring the first basket on a finger roll by Arnie Twadlis.
Players for the Great Taste coffee makers: Arnie Twadlis, Philip Cesar, Kaitik, Ricardo Brown, and Michael Young. For the Ginebras San Miguel squad: Chito Loizaga, Joey Loizaga, Terry Saldana. We have Harmon Cordinera and of course Michael Hackett.
And the hardcourt cops are Dr. Shane Cruz, Mr. Hinalo Ledesma, and Mr. Robert Gamad. 2-0 is still a count. Ball game is half a minute old. A blown opportunity here by Great Taste, but they keep it alive. Alan Kaitik is right there in the thick of the fray. Michael Hackett pulling down the defensive rebound. Joey Loizaga to brother Chito. 2-0 is the count. Great Taste off to a rousing start. Antero Terry Saldana has it against Philip Cesar. He'll challenge the veteran, and he comes to grief, but he gets it right back. He misses.
Yes, Philip Cesar playing tough defense against Saldana. Quick transition game for the Great Taste coffee makers almost resulted in a turnover.
You know, Dr. J, this early, it looks like this game is going to match that first game we saw between Magnolia and Tanduay. So hang on to your seats.
Oh, a very good play for the Great Taste coffee makers. No switch off to help out against Michael Young. Easy 2 points for him. A 4-0 lead in favor of Great Taste.
First basket tonight scored by Arnie Twadlis. A minute and 15 gone by. Incidentally, conspicuously absent from the Great Taste bench tonight is Joey Carpio. No, he's not suffering from any injury. It's worse than that. He got married.
It's a 1 week leave to Joey Carpio. Congratulations. Got married to a girl by the name of Risa Molina.
Congratulations, Joey Carpio. I don't know if I should say congratulations to Joey Loizaga also for that valiant effort to keep the ball alive. He managed to keep it alive.
Just getting a foul from a Great Taste coffee maker.
Joey Loizaga wearing number 14, the same number carried by his father through 2 decades of brilliant basketball. Here's Joey getting a pick from Michael Young. Gets the baseline. He steps on the baseline. Yeah, a minute and 45 seconds of action. Here's Alan Kaitik. Picked up by Joey Chito Loizaga. He puts it up.
Yes, sir. Good pump fake there by Alan Kaitik, getting the defensive man up in the air. No chance for him to come back. 6-0 lead in favor of Great Taste. They're going on very strong.
Chito Loizaga will have his hands full, coping with Alan Kaitik tonight. Here's Michael Young.
And he's going to stuff it.
He stuffed it with his patented left-hand dunk.
Michael is really going to play hard tonight. He wants to prove that he can beat Michael Hackett. Remember the series that they had last year against each other.
Oh, that's right. They have a big axe to grind. Loizaga scores the very first basket for Ginebra, and that basket came after 2 minutes and 20 seconds of hostility. Alan Kaitik, the left-handed shot is up. Won't go this time. Here's Antero Saldana. Terry, he's going to challenge a double team, including Michael Young.
There's going to be a foul on Harmon Cordinera.
First personal for Harmon Cordinera. Great Taste has already picked. Remember how he set up a pick that practically broke the face of Dindo Pumarin. Okay. Here comes Ampalayo. The Ginebras are not getting any points out of their fast breaks, but the Great Taste coffee makers are.
Yes, King Nation at this point, although they have an 8-point lead, 10-2.
Michael Young trying to force his way close to the hole and getting it.
Almost an interception there by Joey Loizaga.
10-4 is the count, 6-point lead make that an 8-point lead after another for Ginebra San Miguel. He makes his move, barrels his way inside, and this is Michael Young, unmolested in the rebound. Another fast break in the works for Great Taste. Twadlis anchoring it splendidly.
What's happening is both Chito Loizaga's breaks of Great Taste are working.
And that's why they're up by a double-digit advantage, 14-4. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hackett trying to pirouette his way. Yeah, this called for traveling.
There's Cordinera picking up Michael Young.
That was Arnie Twadlis picking up the loose ball. Crosby, the official basketball shoes of the PBA. You know, there's been a lot of scuttlebutt, Dr. J, about the possibility of having Michael Hackett replaced by Billy Ray Bates. Could it be that Michael Hackett's job is on the line tonight?
Well, it's really very hard to tell, yes. But he never come on very strong during that point. But, you know, it's a winning team and the tradition must be kept.
A fourth shot by Michael Hackett found its way inside the hole.
But he must pick himself up because the opponents are running very quickly. 3-point shot by Michael Young.
A tad short, loose ball, struggle for, won by Ricardo Brown. He now has to cope with a barrel-chested Chito Loizaga. Arnie Tuadles, a lot of movement without the leather here, but the Great Taste coffee makers, Michael Young powers his way through to another sizzling bucket.
Yes, a very good move on his part. He found the door shut out. There's Coach Sonny Jaworski on your screen. Second team foul called against Great Taste.
And we're close to the halfway point of the first quarter, to be exact 6:36. Chito Loizaga, he goes up right down the middle. The runaway freight train didn't hit Gravy that time, but Ampalayo does.
The Rookie of the Year last year.
Miscommunication, quick thinking on the part of Harmon Codinera. He fails. Outlet pass. Nice catch by Alan Kaidik.
Oh, great move there by Kaidik.
Very unselfish.
Yes, he gets everybody up in the back into the ball game for Harmon Codinera. And another timeout, this time by Baby Dalupan. We'll be back.
5:22 remaining in the first quarter. Still a 14-point lead. A very impressive advantage here for Great Taste. Here's Chito Loizaga. It was a beautiful feed to Michael Hackett.
This quarter.
You know, Michael Hackett continues to play with a T-shirt underneath his jersey. Here's Michael Young. Follow up by Arnie Tuadles.
Tuadles
Is out. There's virtually no stopping him. Somebody's got to put the cuffs on him. All right. Here is Terry Saldana. Another great defensive jump by Philip Cesar, negated by a great follow-up from Michael Hackett. Running the ball down court, going to Chito Loizaga.
Another easy 2 points for Philip Cesar.
Philip Cesar is having a time of his life tonight with those pieces of cake he had been enjoying off great outlet passes. 26-12, back to a 14-point marker for the Great Taste coffee makers. We're under 4 minutes in the first quarter. Dondon Ampalayo, a hapless shot. Mike Hackett.
And you can block Hackett.
A spread eagle, Terry Saldana, trying to harass Philip Cesar. Snapshot by Alan Kaidik from the corner.
Yes, sir.
Three makers who in turn lost tonight to the Tanduay Rum makers in the first game. 28-14. Another brilliant fast break, anchored this time by Ricky Brown.
A Great Taste playing like
30-14. 2:56 remaining in the first period. Terry Saldana, the jump shot of Philip Cesar. Bingo. 30-16. Well, the Ginebrans are nibbling away at that lead, but it's still a very, very imposing advantage. The Great Taste juggernaut is still very much in progress. Alan Kaidik, he shakes off.
Oh,
Did
great
you see
move
that?
there by Kaidik.
What a memorable moment here for the rookie.
Yes, and he's really well applauded by the crowd who appreciates his brand of play.
Even the Ginebra fans were cheering him. 32-16 is the count. 16-point lead for Great Taste. 2:23 to go. Michael Hackett bangs it in at point-blank range. He picks it up. Only the second personal for Arnie Tuadles. And Chito Loizaga will be checking out. The Big J showing up with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. So Jaworski, as usual, will play the court general for the Ginebras.
His leadership is needed at this point, you know, and the fact that he can play safety very well to stop those fast breaks of Great Taste.
Michael Hackett. The turnaround is no good. A little too far off his range. And here's that very graceful dribble. That's Grace on the hoop. Ricky Brown, Alan Kaidik.
Missing this time from the outside.
14-point lead for Great Taste. A minute and a half to go. Baseline drive. Dondon Ampalayo goes to Michael Hackett. It shows an even slate, 4 apiece. Ricky Brown fires on a screen by Kaidik. Bullseye. Oh, how do you cope with this team? They've got 2 riflemen working that right flank.
Yes, and they're the ones screening for each other.
That's right. A Damon and Pythias act here by Alan Kaidik and Ricky Brown. Here's Michael Hackett.
Hackett is down.
Nobody here to give him the count. Michael Young really conked him out that time.
Maybe Sonny Jaworski must be willing to give up some of those outside shots. He must throw it up, and so must Leo Isaac to alleviate the situation for Hackett.
Well, make that the entire Ginebra cause.
15 points now for Michael Hackett, but they're down by 13 with 57 seconds left here in the first quarter.
34-21 is the exact tally.
Oh, what
good
a
pass
pass
inside to Arnie Tuadles. He blew it. And here's Michael Hackett. Now he's even bringing the ball downtown.
And that's wasting strength.
Yes, sir.
But he does make the shot, and that's what counts.
Fantastic coast-to-coast performance by the big guy. He's preparing for 2 charities. May we remind you that starting Tuesday, April 7th, will be at 5 o'clock. And on Sundays, we will start at 4 p.m. with a jump ball schedule at 4:15. So we're starting 50 minutes earlier than before.
36-23, a 13-point lead for Great Taste. Ginebra opting to try to go for the last shot. Another interception caused by Kaidik. He goes up against Isaac.
That was a piece of marble cake there. 1 second left. The first quarter belongs entirely to Great Taste. We'll be right back. As the sexiest player, I didn't mean in basketball, in the fairways. He is the sexiest performer. Indeed, in his Bermuda shorts.
Thank you, partner. We see Gonzalo coming into the ball game for his sack. Maybe this guy can give Ginebra some outside shot. There's a held ball forced on Saldana by Philip Cesar. For the Great Taste Coffee Makers, Atoyco came in for Tuadles and Aldo Perez coming into the ball game for Kaibik.
Philip Cesar has not been as productive as he was before, but he has added a tremendous deal to his dimension of defense, especially on Terry Saldana. A beautiful getaway by Michael Hackett.
Well, with a team like this, there once in a while I'll take 5 punches.
That's right. And here's Michael Young against Hackett. The fall away by Young.
And a traveling violation called against Michael. Some cold guys off the bench. So let's see how these guys do.
Another unproductive thrust by Ginebra San Miguel. Michael Young for the defensive rebound. Here's Ricky Brown with that planted gallop down court.
And he's down on the floor.
I think Jaworski scored that knockdown. First personal for the Big J. And Ricky Brown is going to go to the line. They're still ahead by 13 points. And this second quarter is 43 seconds old. And Dr. J is retiring at age 37.
That's right. It's only Jabbar, who's 39, who keeps on playing. And he'll be 40, because he was born in 1947. He'll be 40 soon.
And I highly doubt if he will reach that plateau. As a basketball player, that is. 40-25, 15-point lead for Great Taste. 11-13 remaining before the halftime break. As Saldana goes to Michael Hackett. Michael has been blowing hot, and he continues to be
getting the outlet pass.
Compadre Atoy getting that cross-court pass from Philip Cesar. Let's see him fare against Jaworski.
And he shoots up an air ball.
And here's the big guy doing everything practically for Ginebra San Miguel, bringing the ball down court too. Jaworski has it against Ricky Brown. Open perfectly is Dante Gonzalgo. He blows it. Pressure on the Big J. Hackett posting himself up. He gets it. Here's the drive by Terry Saldana. Ampalayo is open. Bullseye.
Ampalayo hitting from 15 feet. That should really help the team.
So the score is unchanged. It's still an 11-point lead for Great Taste. Well, Ginebra, to its eternal credit, is nibbling away at what once stood as a 15-point deficit.
Now down to 9. You know, the changes cost this because the pace of the game for Great Taste suddenly began to slow down, you know, with Atoyco, Perez coming in, and eventually Fabiosa now.
And Young seems to be neutralized by Michael Hackett.
He's
very rugged defense, yes.
He's forcing up some shots, you know.
Here's Terry Saldana.
And a great comeback there by Ginebra. Down by 17, now only 7.
Atoyco has it against Dondon Ampalayo. A very sticky defense by Dondon Ampalayo forces Atoy to go on a pick by Michael Young. He misses. Philip Cesar stretches and makes it. Nice to see Philip doing that.
Michael Young intercepts the baseball pass by Sonny Jaworski intended for Dondon Ampalayo.
It's almost always a spread-out offense here for Great Taste, and Atoyco jumped by the Tanduay Rum Makers at the expense of Magnolia. We'll tell you more about that as we go along. Michael Young misses on a follow-up. Here's Michael Hackett, and look at the big guy dribbling that ball. He doesn't want to give it to the Big J.
Outside shot there by Michael Hackett, showing us a thing or two a couple of games back. No?
And so the Great Taste lead has been pared down to just 10 points. That time, Michael Hackett gave Young the baseline.
Well, he closed Michael's strong side, which is his left side, and he told him to go through the right. He did, and he scored.
Michael Hackett with a pump fake, goes to Gonzalgo. Gonzalgo didn't expect that pass. He wasn't properly set up for the shot, but Michael Hackett gets the offensive rebound and is called for traveling. 7:35, 12-point lead for Great Taste. Here's Philip Cesar. He's going to challenge Antero Saldana and Sonny Jaworski. No, he doesn't. He goes to Brady Fabiosa with a beautiful cut.
Yes, Philip Cesar playing cut out. He can go for the offensive rebounds if his teammate Michael with a good move against Michael and consummating it.
16-point advantage for the Coffee Makers. A shade under the 6 minutes. Hackett, 3 pump fakes, finally puts it up, gets it back, and it drops out. Team manager Ignacio Cota and Coach Baby DeLufan of Great Taste looking very glum as you saw in that beautiful shot just a few seconds back.
I don't know why. They're on top by 16 points. Michael Young fouled in the act of shooting. He has outscored him in this ball game.